Now back to the Montana campsite murder case. We have the defendant about to speak. Let's go in now.
I'd like to start out by saying how unfortunate that this all happened. And I wish none of it did. I wish I never met Dustin and that I found a different camping spot that evening. I would have been fine with me and my husky puppy as I was the previous nights camping nearby, as I have always camped out while working on projects in the past years. Never having any issues before. I was a happy, self-employed contractor, owner of Norse Carpentry and Painting. I recently bought some property with a house to remodel on Basin Creek. I was also building a small cabin for myself. I spent the summer building several custom homes near Troy, and I've been a contractor for 10 years in northwest Montana, mainly in the Kalispell area. I had plenty of money in the bank and about to get off of probation from a DUI from 5 years ago. My life was great, and I had no reason or purpose to commit a random act towards anyone violent or want to fight anyone. Why would I? Everything was going good for me. I had several projects I did as a contractor. I was subcontracting at the time for a good friend and local contractor, a deck replacement project in Big Sky. I painted their house a few years ago, and the owners were prior clients. I was working on the deck project around the time when all this happened. I did not know Dustin. When I first encountered him, he approached me when I drove up and was turning around. He seemed like a likable guy. I wish this never happened. I asked the family and friends of Dustin to understand what really happened. I never intended any of this to happen, but it did. I'm sorry for your loss of him. I just hope you find it in your hearts to forgive me, if not today, but in time. It was a tragedy, and I feel bad about, and I'm truly sorry for him, his family, and friends. I asked the court to take everything into account. I asked for you to see the truth. I ask for your leniency in this matter.
All right, thank you. All right, so I'm going to gather my thoughts here. I'll just take a quick recess, and then we'll come back. Proceed.
The judge taking a quick recess before he imposes sentence. And just wait until you see the defendant's reaction. Let's go in and take a look together now.
With respect to the claim of self-defense, obviously the jury rejected that handily. But as I noted, there were multiple blows with 3 different weapons. I'm not sure why the court didn't, or why the state didn't seek a weapons enhancement, but that's obviously prosecutorial discretion. And thinking more about the self-defense claim, if Dustin was as drunk as Mr. Abbey said he was, then why would he have needed so many weapons? Why would Mr. Abbey have needed so many weapons to defend himself? Moreover, there, this, it's just so Mr. Maxfield and Mr. Dolan, you guys weren't here during the trial, but the autopsy pictures were really brutal. In my prior position, I handled a number of homicides, and no autopsy pictures are very palatable, but these were very difficult to take in. And so what the evidence demonstrated that there was this, I'm sorry to go through this again, but I have to state my reasons for sentence. There was a strike to the front of the face, a strike to the left temple, and an injury to the left ear. And when I initially heard about this case, I was actually involved in a number of the search warrants that were made. That were proposed in this. It was talking about chop. And so I thought, as those of us who have gone camping, you bring your hatchet and you've got a hatchet, right? And so I thought there was chopping injuries. And so it's not a hatchet, it was an axe. And similarly, here in Montana, I've chopped a lot of wood. I'm sure a lot of you have chopped a lot of wood. In order to swing an axe, it's not this. It's a full over the head, take the weight, let it drop, swing. And that didn't just happen once. It didn't just happen twice. It happened 3 times. And there is an opportunity with each of those to stop. Mr. Abbey didn't do that. Furthermore, there was testimony from a state's witness, and I quoted it here because I quoted it in my notes during the trial, that there was possible blood on the block could come from someone being struck while on the ground. And so further, and I think this is why the jury came to where, one of the many reasons why the jury concluded what they did, is that Dustin was down. He was out. He wasn't a threat anymore. And so this could have stopped. There could have been an opportunity for him to not die. Moreover, another quote that I put was the injuries were not immediately fatal. Not immediately fatal. What did Mr. Abbey do? Did he do anything to help Mr. Person? No, he looked out for himself because he covered his tracks. By the defendant's own admission, even if you take everything he claims to face value, what he did was hit Dustin in the head with a block of wood a few times. And after that, when Dustin was obviously incapacitated, he did not try to stop the bleeding. He didn't throw him in his truck and drive him to the ER in Big Sky. He didn't get help from any other campers. He didn't drive down to get cell reception. He didn't go to the 911, the call box that he said he knew about at the end of Moose Creek. Instead, he focused on himself and left Mr. Kjersem to die. Now, the court notes that Mr. Abbey did help law enforcement find the guns and other evidence of the crime. And while most people who commit violent offenses are not always a threat, Mr. Abbey clearly has moments where he can be incredibly dangerous. Whether you look at this as a self-defense or what he was convicted of, it was a heinous act. And I made a note during the trial about considerations with respect to parole. And one of the notes that I made was after we saw the video of Mr. Abbey dancing. And that video demonstrated that it didn't seem like he was much bothered by what he had done. Because the video, well, people don't dance when they're depressed. They don't dance when they feel bad. People dance.
We're going to hit a break. When we come back, we're going to hear the judge's sentence and the defendant's reaction. Don't go away. Plus, in our next hour, we're going to be taking you to the teen killing spree sentencing hearing going on in North Carolina. This is a live look at the courtroom. And there is a look at the defendant, that monster who murdered 5 people. One of them was his own brother. Another one was a Raleigh police officer. There were also people who were shot and survived his killing rampage. He was 15 at the time. The judge is going to determine his fate.
This week,
Covering the country's biggest trials before we bring you inside the courtroom. Plus, the most compelling true crime cases in our daily spotlight.
opening statements with Julie Grant. Mornings at 8, 7 Central on Court TV.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. Let's go back in now and hear the judge impose the sentence.
People dance when they are happy. They dance when they are enjoying themselves. So Mr. Abbey, even though he had just killed someone with an axe and then stuck a screwdriver in their neck, was still feeling so good that he had no problem breaking into an impromptu dance for his friends. What that demonstrated to the court is that he could do this again. Now, the court does recognize that Mr. Abbey is always polite in court, and he has not had issues in the detention center. I'm hoping that good contact will continue when he's at prison. Another issue that was an aggravating factor is that Mr. Abbey was actually on felony probation at the time, and he was clearly violating it. One, he was drinking alcohol, and he was on probation for a felony DUI. Two, he was in possession of firearms. In fact, if you listen to what Mr. Osborne said, he stole the guns from Mr. Person, and that was one of the reasons why this whole thing happened. So those are certainly aggravating factors. And he demonstrates that he cannot comply with the conditions of his release, since he was not complying with his probation rules. And as the court noted, he had a revocation from previous felony. But just so you know, it doesn't give me any pleasure to give this kind of sentence. One life is wasted, another is lost. It's a lose-lose situation. As I noted, a sister has lost her brother, a daughter has lost her father. Innumerable friends have lost their very good friend, and the list goes on. And none of them have ever had a chance to say goodbye. With respect to commensurate sentencing, the court recalls the case here in Gallatin County of State versus Christopher Wagner. In that case, in this jurisdiction, for the offense of attempted deliberate homicide, the defendant received a sentence of 60 years to the Montana State Prison with no opportunity for parole. So if an attempted deliberate homicide can warrant a 60-year parole restriction, then certainly a deliberate homicide, the criminal history that we see here today, the aggravating factors would similarly warrant a very long parole restriction. And so under 46-18-202 sub 2, the court references the facts that is reviewed at this as it states its reasons for judgment for the parole restriction that it will be imposing here today. So with that, is there any reason why a sentence should now be imposed?
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Abbey, you can stand up and you can say whatever you want to do. All right. So for the offense of deliberate homicide, a felony, the defendant is committed to the Montana State Prison for a period of 100 years. For the offense of tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, the defendant is committed to the Montana State Prison for a period of 10 years. For count 3, tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, the defendant is committed to the Montana State Prison for a period of 10 years. Sentences under counts 1, 2, and 3 shall be served concurrently. The court imposes a parole restriction in the amount of 80 years. The court waives the administrative fee, victim witness fee, and user surcharge. The court waives assigned counsel fee. The court finds that Mr. Abbey will have an opportunity to pay this off over the time that he's in prison. And so the court will order that he pay restitution in the amount of $5,110.71 as outlined in Exhibit A, which I don't have, so I'm going to need that, okay? And then pay restitution fee of 10%, which is $511. That would be paid through the Department of Corrections. And then the defendant will receive credit for 466 days previously served. And so anything else from the state?
You have one moment, Your Honor.
What's that?
You have one moment.
Sure.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, anything else from the defense?
You ordered the restitution. Your Honor, did you order the specific $3,800 in restitution?
I just ordered what was actually, somebody had written this in already. Do we have a different amount?
Your Honor, we do have a different amount.
All right, I just took all this in here. So can you tell me what that is?
The state defense agreed to $3,800.
All right, $3,800 and the restitution fee of 10%. Thank you for that clarification. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, that is it.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Abbey, we'll get you a copy of this, and then that's where we're at. So,
I'll be appealing your crooked ass court system.
all right. That's fine. You can do that. All right. So that just demonstrates where we're at here today. So, all right. Everybody else, court's adjourned till.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Doesn't need it if it's put it as the amount.
Oh, there it was, the jaw-dropping moment at the end of this hearing. Does that guy think he's helping himself by making a statement like that? He's gonna have to help himself in prison. Apparently he has ties to white supremacists. And that's a little known fact about him that's been brought out through this criminal prosecution of him. He's probably gonna have a tough time in the prison system.